Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Kush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Kush. Good to see all of you that joined us in the VIP tonight. Excuse me. It was good to see, it was Amy Beer and Espen and me. There's a party in there. Absolute pandemonium, swinging from the chandeliers. We were listening to my girl, Miley Cyrus. It turns out, what's going on today? Turns out because I'm not broadcasting it, I can play exactly what we listened to. So we're listening to Used to Be Young by Miley Cyrus. That's what we were listening to before the show started. Anyway, we are here today. I have already seen some big opinions on this cocktail, and I like that. I think that is great. I love a cocktail that has big opinions. Listen, people love the Moscow Mule. People hate the Moscow Mule. Probably means it's a classic. People love Portman, Natalie Portman. People love Natalie Portman. People hate Natalie Portman. They love Natalie Portman. They hate Natalie Portman. You know what? That's great because we have an opinion. Today we're taking a classic cocktail that is called the Mojito, more correctly called the Mojito. And we are going to punchify it. We are going to use the punch steps, the punch poem, in order to make this great cocktail. We are also going to do something that I think makes the Mojito, first of all, way easier to make, obviously, but also more adjustable. It makes it more stable, and it makes it pretty delicious. And we're going to be putting in some of this guy. Now, all this is right here. Look at that. We fixed the camera before we started, and look at all the awards we're about to win. It's nice and flat. Let's just stare. You know what? It looks so nice on that camera right now. I absolutely have to put this on and spin it. Look at that. This right here, Moroccan mint tea syrup. All you got to do is make Moroccan mint tea the exact way you would normally make Moroccan mint tea. Find a bag of Moroccan mint tea, throw it into your cup, boil some water, pour it over, then add equal parts liquid and sugar, and you have Moroccan mint tea. So I think that's a good place to get the Mojito going, because as we all know, mint is the glitter of the bartending world. Once you muddle any mints, you might as well just throw those tools away. You'll be finding mint on those tools for the rest of your life. Speaking of people that are going to be here for the rest of my life, let me say hello to our good friend Bonbon. Hello, Bonbon. I finally shipped off the box to the bar. I feel like I'm getting another care package from Bonbon. The last time I got it, let me just say, having a rough week. It's been a tough week. Oh, there goes the music. Work stress, that kind of stress. It's been really kind of bringing me down. The last time I was having some work stress, I got a box from Bonbon, and it really sort of made my week. So Bonbon, thank you so much. And thank you, Bonbon. I just saw your contribution to the bar. The other contribution to the bar very recently, very generous, and thank you very much, Bonbon. You are the greatest. Cannot wait to see maybe we'll just unbox it on the show. Maybe that's the way to do it. Let me say hello to our good friend, Moose. He was here earlier. He was hanging out in our VIP lounge. Remember, if you show up a little early, I will drop a stream key that looks a little bit like this. Not a stream key. It's just a link to follow. You guys want to follow me into the VIP access. All we do, I'm going to start playing some music, maybe sing along, set up the bar, count to myself. It's not the most exciting place to be in the VIP lounge, but you want to see a normal me, what I'm like in my normal day, just staring into the middle distance. That's the place to do it, the VIP lounge. Let me say hello to Amy Beer. She was also in the VIP lounge today. Let me say hello to our good friend DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Kush Tucky Derby. Too hot for her. Glad to be inside the bar. Yeah, we crank this AC, no doubt about it. We are trying to make this into an icicle bar, maybe like one of those vodka bars. That's the idea. Let me say hello to the winners of the 2024 Kentucky Derby, Stephanie and Michael Husband. Stephanie and Michael Husband have not received their prize yet. Why is that? Forgot about it till right now. Stephanie and Michael Husband sent me an amazing jar of honey. Husbands, I don't know if you guys are selling that honey. I don't know if there's a way for other people to get a hold of that honey. It was freaking awesome. We're going to use it on the show here very soon. We've opened it up. It is delicious. Thank you, husbands. And congratulations on winning the 2024 Kentucky Derby. Let's see. Who else do we got here? We got a lot of people in here tonight. Kyle Tender, KT, is here. Oh, Tiki Tom Hubbard. Let me say hello to Tiki Tom Hubbard. I don't know if he's still here. A very happy birthday. We will sing happy birthday to Tiki Tom at the end of this. Maybe he will. Well, if he's still here, let me just check and see if he's still here. Does not appear as though he is still here. But anyway, we will sing. As much as I can remember. We will sing happy birthday to Tiki Tom at the end of this. Happy birthday to Tiki Tom, or as Debbie calls him, congrats, Tim. Congrats, Tim. Scotty DuBois is here. Good to see you, Scotty DuBois. We love when the DuBois are here. Let's see. Who else do we got? We got Paul. Wow. Time to get punched. This is going to be a punch. No doubt about it. We're building it just like a punch. So we're going to figure that out. The Moscow Mule is just a lazy cocktail. It's whatever. See? Dr. Taco MD has an opinion. We love when people have an opinion. Strong opinion. Firm opinion. Busty opinion. Listen, it's a good opinion. I also think that the Moscow Mule is lazy, and I'm not crazy about it. Love Natalie Portman in Beautiful Girls, fantastic movie. Bon loves Natalie Portman. Some people hate Natalie Portman. Can you imagine? I cannot. I'm hoping to Bon to make this drink, I assume. Oh, the UF Mark is here, our resident Gator. Cheers to our resident Gator. Chomp, chomp. Shawnee Panda Baker is here. So happy to see you. Here is David Virtue. Hey-o! David Virtue, my 2,000th subscriber. We are at 2,050 now. Like I said, a rocket ship to the moon. Cannot stop this momentum. Soon, we will have 255. Or 2,055. It's going to be a lot soon. I mean, 2,055. Make a whole career out of that. Yes, glad that the honey got there. Yes, the honey did get here. Thank you very much. It was awesome. Very, very nice. And there we go. If I forgot to say hello to you, please drop a little line and I will say hello. Okay. The Mojito. The Mojito. It is on the list of bartenders' least favorite drinks. Least favorite drinks. One of my second job. All of my jobs, I believe, have been in restaurants. I feel like I started in restaurants and I just sort of worked straight through the restaurant. I worked at a theater for a while and I ran tech at a law firm. So most of my jobs, other than that, have been in restaurants. Started off at a Hilton as what they call them waiters assistants. They didn't call them bussers. They were very bougie. I was called a WA. I was a waiter's assistant. But what did that mean? I mean, I picked up, the plates from the table and I brought them to the back. My second job was at a place. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this place. It's called the Cracker Barrel. I worked at the Cracker Barrel. I worked breakfast as a waiter because they will hire you at the day you turn 16. As long as you can get there in your car, they will hire you. And I wanted a car. So I worked at that Cracker Barrel. And let me tell you something about people. This, universally true. The most difficult thing to make in a kitchen, fight me all you want. You want to yell about beef Wellington? Fine. That's not what I'm talking about. Most difficult thing to make in a kitchen? Eggs. Eggs are hard. How do you get those scrambled eggs so fluffy? What about frying an egg? They always stick to the pan unless you put on too much butter. And now you basically have an egg that tastes like butter. However, even though it's the most difficult thing to make, it is also the most particular. People like their eggs a certain way, and they want their eggs to come out exactly like they want them. It's the hardest thing to make and the most particular thing to make. I think the Mojito is similar to an egg. Everybody has a way that they want their Mojito made. I want my Mojito to taste basically like a kind of sparkling daiquiri. That's what I want. I don't want to taste that mint garbage. Or some people are like, listen, I want this thing to be toothpaste. I literally, if you just take some Crest and squeeze it in, I will take that and I will enjoy it. And nary the two shall meet. And unfortunately, bartenders always make theirs a little different. So I figured, why don't we today use what we've been learning in this here Summer of Punch, try and make a great mojito and see how that goes. So that's what we got. We are going to be making it with, like I said earlier, we're going to be making it with this right here. A very, very simple way to make mojitos. Instead of muddling up your mojitos, is find a nice Moroccan mint tea. All you got to do is read the back of the bag. On the back of the bag, it'll tell you exactly how each of those bags wants you to make Moroccan mint tea. Make said tea, and then measure out exactly how much tea you have in volume, not by weight, in volume, and then add that much in volume sugar to it. You want to go crazy with a different type of sugar? Fine. I just use white sugar. It dissolves in here, and it gives us this beautiful kind of green. Tough to tell. Trust me, I know I'm wearing a green shirt, and I got the whole green background. Trust me, this is kind of green. Kind of a green cocktail, kind of a green ingredient. It is going to give us our sweet in here, and also mint will be considered a spice. So just from the beginning, a mojito is basically a punch. Basically a punch. The spice is already in there. Basically a punch. But we are going to be adding a little bit extra in the form of some Angostura bitters. Ta-da! I gave away the ending. Dang. I think I ruined it for everybody. Now you don't have to watch. Watch it anyway. So go ahead and grab this guy. Okay, let's build this in order. Got a phone call today. That's not true. I got a text today from the guy that took over my last job as a bar manager, and he's having a tough time. Having a tough time, and nobody has more sympathy for him than I. Very sad. So if you can, it's a guy named Ryan. If you just have a minute to spare to like put Ryan in your thoughts, put Ryan in your thoughts. He's up a tough road today. Okay, go ahead and grab your lime. Obviously, we're going to grab our lime, and we're going. Oh God, did you catch that on camera? Am I going to win an action photography award? Juice just sprayed out of there. We're going to cut this right here. We're going to look inside this. Oh boy, that is a juicy looking lime. We're going to find this guy right here. Look at all that. Keep on a slicing. I keep on a dicing. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Okay. Get that right there. We're going to squeeze out. We want to get this right, so we're going to squeeze in half an ounce of some. Let's find another jigger. There we go. We're going to squeeze in half of an ounce of some lime juice. Oh my gosh, this is a tray juicy lime. We're going to see if I can't get that on camera. Oh boy. One hand. Can we just trust that I'm going to get about half an ounce? I don't want to squeeze it into the jigger anymore. We're just going to go like this. And because we're looking for that lime, go ahead and drop that lime right in. Boop. Take a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness gracious. That is quite a lime, my friends. We have gone from crappy lemons to beautiful limes. There we go. Drop that in. Boop. A little bit more. There we go. Thank you, Bon Bon. Bon Bon says I left at the right time. It wasn't really my idea to leave. I didn't get fired or anything. There's just a whole global pandemic and didn't seem to work out. Okay, we're going to pour this back in, make sure that we have half an ounce. We have a little bit more, and we want this to be really good, right? Nice and exact. So we're going to go ahead and pour the rest of this lime juice out so that we just have a little extra lime juice right there. There we go. And We need half an ounce of lime juice. That is 1 of sour. 1 of sour. Okay? We're doing 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak, and a little spice to make it all nice. That's where we're at right now. There's 1 of sour. So think of each half ounce as a part. Think about it that way. Picture it. I need to control your brains and how you think about things. Think about things. Half an ounce equals 1 part. So what does that mean about simple syrup? 1 of sour, 2 of sweet. I need 1 ounce of some simple syrup. I don't want to just keep patting myself on the back, but it's really good Moroccan mint tea syrup. Super simple to make, just equal parts sugar and tea. Go ahead and put in 1 full ounce or 2 parts of some Moroccan mint tea syrup. Once you've made your first Moroccan mint tea syrup, you can decide, just give this a wipe. You can decide whether or not you want to make it sweeter by doing a double syrup, 2 sugars to 1 amount of liquid, or if you want to make it more minty, more bags of mint. That's how you can start to sort of get this thing built right. All right, so that you can always have it right. Now, rum. Obviously, schmobviously, we want some rum in here. What type of rum do we want? The good kind. I always like a white rum in my mojito. I like to have the mojito look green. All right, I want it to have a little bit of greenness to it, just a little, not a lot, just a little greenness to it. So we want a white rum. However, I don't want to put Bacardi. I don't want to put just a plain Bacardi rum in here. I want to find something nice and fun. And what do I have back here that's nice and fun? It was a gift from my very good friend, Paul. This is our Hamilton Breezeway. I probably should put these down before I do the whole announcement. Our Hamilton Breezeway, Spike's Breezeway rum blend. It is a rum, a select blend of West Indies rum. We like that. It's got a little funk to it. We like that. Oh. So good. Kyle, remember to clean this, please. It's been in my nose. Okay, this right here is that Spike's Breezeway. I don't know if you can find it. If you can't find this one, find a white rum that you like. All right? If you like Bacardi. If you like it, use it. It's fine in this. You're going to have so many other big flavors. I happen myself to like a little bit of the funk. So we're going to go ahead and put in 1.5 ounces of some white rum. Okay. Technically, this drink is called the Mojito Caballito. Mojito Caballito. If you guys don't know, I believe Caballito means teeny tiny horse. Don't quote me. My Spanish is muy malito. Yo puedo hablar un poco español, pero está muy mal. No puedo decir todo las cosas que yo quiero. Entonces, I believe caballito means little horse. But when we say it like this, it's like saying a tall boy or a Collins. A tall boy could mean a very tall boy, or it could mean a beer can about this height, or it could also mean a glass about that height. In this case, a caballito means the glass that it's served in, and we do not carry thin tequila. They're thin and tall tequila shot glasses. It's a caballito. We don't carry them. So why we are calling this the caballito anymore, I don't know, other than the fact that it does have a great ingredient that I think belongs in way more cocktails. I am on the Vermouth Council. I think vermouth is underused. We do not use vermouth enough. This right here is just some extra dry vermouth. The reason that it's not coming from the refrigerator is because it's brand new. Brand new. Now that it's used, we want to put it in the refrigerator. We want to keep our vermouth very, there's no word there I can use. Very cold. Very cold. Vermouth needs to be cold. We need half an ounce of some dry vermouth. All we're doing in here is adding a little bit of spice to this. We're filling out a little bit of booze, but really we're just adding some good flavor. And we're spilling a little bit of vermouth because we were staring at our face in the monitor. And if I was at mixed cocktail hour, they would yell at me. They would always yell at me because I stare at myself like I'm a parakeet. If I see me on TV, I'm staring. Okay, so we got some big dry flavors in here. I got some we got some dry vermouth. Love a dry vermouth. It's a little spice add there in there. It's a really good way to do it. Vermouth goes in the freezer here in Nevada as it goes bad in the fridge. Oh my goodness. We need to get you out of there. We need to save the same way that we were saving Davey Big Time from his liquor stores closing down. I'm afraid that our friend Bon Bon is going to melt. Let me say hello real quick while we have a second to the low-carb cocktail guy. I am super excited. I haven't watched it yet. He just made a banana. Is that right? A creme de banana. I think that's what it is. He just made a creme de banana, but, and this is going to shock you, low carb. I guess not that. He is the low-carb cocktail guy. Go watch that on his channel. Awesome stuff over there. Super cool. Digging it. Okay. We have all the stuff we need in this shaker, and thus we got to shake it. It's in the shaker. It's like Chekhov's gun. Anybody else a theater major? I was a theater major. Should I tell you the theory of Chekhov's gun? Chekhov's gun that says if you bring a gun on stage in the first act, by the time the third act hits, you will have to use that gun. My wife, when we watch movies, I drive her crazy. Drive her absolutely nutty. Bonkers even. Because I can guess how movies end. Now, just somebody that's sitting there guessing how movies end is annoying. I don't think that's what drives her crazy. Maybe a little bit. But I always know when the scary part's going to come up. We don't watch a lot of scary movies, but I always go, oh, that thing. And she'll go, what? And I'll go, that thing. They're going to use that thing. Drives her crazy. Why do I know this? Chekhov's gun. She was also a theater major, though, so I don't know why she doesn't know more about Chekhov's gun. Let's give this a big shake. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, what's nice in here? One thing, no mint. In our house, we would call them like schmooples. But when you're married for, as long as my wife and I have been married, not every word needs to mean something. We will call them schmooples or schmockles. What I'm talking about is the little particles of mint that normally end up in a mojito and then get in your teeth. None of that in here because, and cannot wait to see the low-carb cocktail guy's version of this, mint, Moroccan mint syrup, specifically for things like the mojito. Okay, there's that. Let's get our glass out here. I have this ready to go. Ready, willing, and able. Let's find a thing back here. Perfect. We are going to slow. You know what? Let's put in. So 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong. We need a little bit. 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, and we need a little weak. What I'm putting in here is just going to be some soda water. I like to throw in a little flavored soda water. Just, don't worry about it. All right. This is just lemon lime flavored soda water, kind of good stuff. We're going to go ahead and put in like a short 2 ounces, which makes it 4 parts. Throwing that on the bottom. How come? Bubbles want to get to space. Bubbles want to quit everything else in their life, and they want to get to space. All right. So bubbles are going up. So we need to put them there on the bottom. Another great way to do that, pour right into the glass here, right into the shaker before you spin it. But go ahead and throw in the rest of this drink right into your glass. There we have it. Now, myself, Bootopia just showed up. Bootopia showed up at exactly the right time. First of all, I know Bootopia, big fan of wash lines. Pretty good wash line right here. But I also know that Bootopia is a big fan of floaters. The thing isn't working. The soundboard's not working today. But we are going to put a little floater on here. We want to give this a two-toned color. We're going to take just a little bit of Angostura bitters, pour right on here. This is a little bit more spice to make this whole thing nice, and we end up with a cocktail that looks... I'm going to bring you in on action cam here because I think this is kind of cool looking. Just throw a little bit of this action right up here. And we have this awesome looking drink. Now, I personally don't think that you should now take this and stir all of that bitters to the bottom. The bitters here is, of course, going to be drank at some point, but it's more or less, it is going to be our garnish. So as we throw this in, froze the ice too much. The ice is too frozen, mateys. We'll have to get to the bottom some other way. All right, well, either way. This has sort of shrunk in here from the stabbing of the ice, but that's fine. Still got the two tones. Still looking real icy, real frosty. We have a floater. We now have a cocktail called the Mojito. Technically, it's called a Mojito Caballito because of the use of the dry vermouth. It is built in the way that a punch is built so that we can make sure that it is it's standardized. That's the word I've been sort of searching for. I've been umming and ahhing. Standardized. It's a standardized way. I just picked this mint like moments ago, and now it looks awful. It just looks really bad. Man, I even brought it in and showed Kyle. He slapped it one time, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was the Kyle slap that did this. We're going to go ahead and just sort of open up our mint capillaries. I know that when we see bartenders do that after they've twirled their mustaches and adjusted their little suspendies, we think, oh, what a douche. But it does help. The room is starting to really smell of mint. We're going to take this. We're going to shove this right in here like that. We're going to find a place that it'll shove. There we go. Shove that right in there like that. Get a big, interesting look there. And there we have it. A mojito built like a punch. It's already technically a punch, but standardized with an easy, simple syrup and a little extra flavor in those bitters. Cheers to you guys. I wish I could play that Miley Cyrus song right now. This is a great cocktail. Super simple, very easy. You're not going to run into the issue that you sometimes run into when you're making other types of mint simple syrups. All right. I have made mint simple syrup probably 400,000 times. It's a thing that people try and make all the time because if you want to serve mojitos in a bar, you got to have a mint simple syrup, or at least a way to do that without getting mint everywhere. Personally, I think the best way to do it is either the best way to do it of all time is an ISI whipper, a CO2 ISI whipper. You throw in your sugar and then you put in the mint and then you the bubble CO2 gets into the mint. And then when you release it fast, all the bubbles go and rip out all that mint and you get all that good flavor. It tastes very fresh. The second best way to do it, and the easiest way to do it without having to go buy a bunch of equipment, is Moroccan mint tea. And then you can have kind of a standardized way to make a delicious mojito cocktail. I love it. Me personally, I love it. That's what I'm into. Okay. I never know what to do with this part. We finished the drink. Now I want to hang out. I don't think that's the good. I don't think that's the way to do it though. Shiny Panda Baker still haven't picked up any mint. Uh-oh. Got to get to it. Bootopia came in here and started throwing elbows. Roses makes a killer mint syrup, I hear. You are wrong. Polly Bellinardo, correct me if I'm wrong. You never used mint at the association classes because it can clog up the pipes. Yep. We tried our very best not to use any mint at a bunch of my jobs. A bunch of my jobs have been in basement bars. And basements, not known for their amazing plumbing, are known for sometimes having cockroaches. Disgusting. But yes, we tried not to use mint at all. That mint definitely gets in. It definitely gets in the stuff, and it's horrible. Let's say Beautiful Kush. Thank you, Stephanie Husband, winner of the 2024 Kush-Tucky Derby. Almost is so pretty. Butobia loves the floaters. Amazing cocktail. Thank you. The seltzer froze. The seltzer did freeze. It was really tough. Utopia wants me to get in there and ice pick it. Yeah, the sad mint is you're doing. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think because I have not been in the pocket of big mint for a long time. I have been anti-mint. I think that eventually the mint just doesn't want to hang out. Look, our cocktail guy having my problem. It's so hot here. All of my mint died. I actually have a very, very quick story, and then I'll let you guys go. I was mowing my lawn the other day, and as I was about to go over a large patch of grass, I let the lawn go for too long. I was about to go over a large patch of grass. I looked and I said, "What is that? What's that? What's that thing? What is that?" Looked up. I got real close. What was growing? Wild mint. Wild. I didn't plant it in the middle of my yard. I would never plant it in the middle of my yard. I was about to absolutely decimate a whole family of mint. So what did I do? I very carefully tried to get it out by its roots and put it into my planter. And I will say one strand has taken hold, and I am growing real mint, not chocolate mint. I'm growing real spearmint. So it's a fighter. We're hoping it sticks around. Looks so tasty. Yes, it is very tasty. The birds brought it as a gift. Yes, pooped. I think the birds, I think what Kyle's saying is the birds pooped out mint in the middle of my yard. And now here we go. YouTube, how to shock mint. It helps. Oh, how to shock mint. Shock me if I could keep mint alive. I think that's more like it. I tried making mint syrup using mint extract. It was okay. Yeah, Shawnee, that stuff, it's already one removed. Mint is so particular. Moroccan mint tea is not the same as mint. It just isn't. If you can get real mint and you can put it into an ISI whipper and you can extract it that way, that's the best way to do it. After that, I think Moroccan mint tea is the next best way. Mint tea syrup, equal parts water and sugar. The next best way after that is going to be putting some mint into some simple syrup and putting it in the refrigerator and letting it sit for 15 days, 2 weeks. Takes a long time. And even then, you're going to get some of that chlorophyll getting in there. And the chlorophyll is what makes all the mint taste bad. Thank you, DC Debbie Clark. We are growing mint. Yes, I'm growing minty. We are not keeping it inside the bar, though. We are keeping it outside where it is wild. It's wild mint, and it's allowed to do whatever it wants. Okay, that's all I got. I'm making chicken Caesar salads tonight, so I have to get to it. But you guys are the greatest. Thank you so much. What are we doing for the rest of the week? We're back here on Saturday. Yes, we are. Yes, we are back here Saturday. Little points of light. Yes, we are. We're back here on Saturday, hanging out. I have a feeling we are going to talk about carbonation. We were just talking about carbonation. I think we're going to talk about carbonation. As far as punches go, as far as the summer punch goes, we need to have our heads wrapped around carbonation before we can get too far into this. So we're going to talk about some carbonation. We're going to be carbonating some things. Hopefully that is interesting to you guys. If not, just come for the fun chit chat. The whole chat just goes. It's just all the just Bon Bon is singing in the arms of the angels, in the arms of the angel. Every time I bring Mint in here, it's like a Sarah McLachlan sad pet commercial. Very, very sad. Have a swell chicken Caesar salad. Says Mr. Highway 666. Make it blacken. The chicken. Well, I got a chicken at Costco. I got one of them rotisseries. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. As always, we will see you here on Saturday. We do classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and that looks like that's going to be also next week. We're gonna be doing it that way until the very, very end. I want to say thank you all so very much. And what do we always say? Thing doesn't work. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
I'm having a party, and you're invited. Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
We forgot to sing happy birthday to Tiki Tom, so let me do that real quick. Happy birthday to Tiki Tom. Happy birthday to Tiki Tom. Happy birthday to who DC calls Tim. Happy birthday to Tiki Tom.
Goodbye.